Hello, everyone. On this channel, we love diving into some new AIs, especially some new generative AI topics, whether that's generating text, whether that's doing text-to-speech, generating video, generating images. We love diving into all of it, especially when new things come out. And Deepgram recently announced their new text-to-speech model. It's called Aura. So today we're going to dive into that a little bit. First, I want to look at their announcement and kind of see what it promises us, and then we're going to go test that in the code as well. So you can see on their announcement, it's fast text-to-speech for voice AI agents. That's great. They have their TLDR on the top. We're going to look at that. We won't read through the full article. If you want to do that, I'll link that in the comments for you as well. So it says, today we've officially launched the latest component of our voice AI platform, Deepgram Aura, the first text-to-speech model built for responsive conversational AI agents and applications. Now, the first text-to-speech model built for AI agents and applications might be a stretch. I would say that almost all text-to-speech AI models right now are probably being built for AI agents and applications as well. If not, what's the point in building them? But we'll move past that. Second point, Aura includes a dozen natural human-like voices with lower latency than any comparable voice AI alternatives, and is already being used in production by several of their customers. Now, they do have links in the bottom of this article about some of their customers that are already using this, so I can't argue that point, but the dozen natural human-like voices, that is quite a thing to say. We are going to look at those later on and see whether that's true or not. So we'll go through them one by one and kind of take a little sample and see whether we think they're human-like or not. But that might be a stretch. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. And of course, the third point is experience Aura yourself with our open source tech demo, or you can play with their API, which is what we are going to do today. So without further ado, let's dive into the notebook. Let's dive into some code and play with Deepgram's Aura text-to-speech model. So diving into our code here, so kind of where we are starting is inside of Hex. So this is our notebook. So just a plain notebook. This will work inside of any Python environment. So with any Jupyter Notebook, code, VS Code, anything like that, it's gonna work in there. The only thing I've done so far is I actually generated my API key. So you can see that right up here on the top. So there's our API key. So everything else is going to be starting from scratch here. So let's dive into the documentation and take a look and see kind of how they want us to work with their API. So there is a few ways of doing it. They do have a curl command up here that you can work through. But also, there's language specifics. They have Java, they have Go, they have C. Same thing down here. You can also work through their SDK and do things that way. The way that we're going to work through it is just with this language specific implementation. So what we're going to do is we're just going to copy and paste this code that they have for us here. So I'm going to copy, paste it in there. The cool thing about that is you only need to install requests. You don't actually have to install their package at all, which is pretty neat. So that's a good starting point. So you can see we have our URL. We'll talk about that more in just a second. We have to put our API key in there. I already have that as DG. This is a variable DG API key. So put that in there. That's going to put that API key inside of the header there and send it off. Our payload, hello, how can I help you today? We're just going to keep it there. Obviously, you can make that message whatever you want it to make. We'll just keep it pretty simple there. The rest is pretty straightforward. Down here on the bottom, it's going to open up an MP3 file and write it. So I'm going to change this to demo.mp3 just to change it up there. Everything else is relatively straightforward. So up here on the top is where you can actually start changing some things. So the thing that we're really going to play with today is the different model that we're going to use, and that includes the voices. It bases off of this Asteria voice. So we're just going to run it right now with that in mind. We're going to listen to what that sounds like, and then we're going to go back and listen to all the other voices and kind of put them in and see what happens. So let me go ahead and run this code. File saved successfully. If I come up here into Hex and look at my files, there's that demo.mp3. I'm going to download it. I don't want to open it with iTunes. Let me open it in Finder. Over here. I'm going to open it with QuickTime Player. There we go. All right, here we go. We can take a listen.
Hello, how can I help you today?
So this is the voice they actually start you off with. This is the first voice. This is what's in the demo code for you. And they even have, hello, how can I help you today, as the generated message. It doesn't work. Listen to this.
Hello, how can I help you today?
It can't say the word today. It's not great. I will just leave it at that. It's not great. So they said they had 12 voices that are human-like. I'd say we're down to 11, but let's look at the rest of them real quick. So we can obviously change the voices with that model selection there. So if I go to voice selection here, you can see here's all the voices. We're going to take a quick listen. Some of these clips are longer than the other ones, but we'll take a quick listen to all of them. So here is the Asteria. So this is the one we start off with.
Can I have your name, please?
So
Okay, perfect. Let's get you on the books. Can I have your name, please?
it sounds pretty good. I mean, I think that is a good voice. It just can't say the word today for some reason. So a little weird there, but I think they'll probably fix that.
Allison, this is Hannah, an AI assistant with Dr. Howard's office, calling to confirm your appointment for Monday, March 4th at 1:15 p.m.
Luna veers into the robotic face. So I would say Luna's not great. So Asteria is pretty good. Luna's not great. Let's go to Stella.
Hi, doggy grooming. All right, how about Friday morning at 9 or 10? Perfect. All right, I have you down here for 9 o'clock on Friday. Was there anything else I can help you with?
It's not great either. Like the cadence is really off. Let's listen again.
Hi, doggy grooming. All right, how about Friday morning at 9 or 10?
How about Friday morning at 9 or 10? That's that robotic cadence that we kind of have come to expect with AI, like text to speech. Wouldn't say Stella's that great either. Let's go down to Athena. So this is an English United Kingdom, so it's gonna have a kind of United Kingdom accent to it. Let's see if it actually picks that up.
Your appointment with Dr. Miller is confirmed for next Tuesday at 4. Please arrive 15 minutes early.
So that one's better. It was better. Still a little robotics, but I would say Athena is okay. I'd say it's okay. All right, let's go to Hera.
Time. I know we have until, let's see.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Well, it's great to connect. Really, for this call, I want to use the time. I know we have until, let's see, 1:30 or 2:30 Eastern time. Does that still work for you? Well,
that one's bad. I'd say of the 5 or 6 that we've listened to so far, Hera is the worst. Definitely, like if you heard that, you would know for a fact you are not speaking to a real person. Let's go down to the male voices. So those are the first 5 female, and then there's a few more male. So let's go down to the male voices. So this is Orion. So we can go back to the beginning. Perfect.
Sure, yeah, so our monthly plan is $40, which you can cancel at any time. And the annual is $375, so a pretty good deal.
Again, not bad, not great. Like it's could use work.
Cheese, 1 large fry.
Let's go down to
Excellent.
I think this is the country one. There's one country one that makes me laugh every time because obviously I'm country, so like they tried to make me. It's not great, but let's listen. This is Arcus.
Choice. So I have 2 classic burgers, medium well with cheddar cheese, 1 large fry, and 1 vanilla milkshake. Will that be all for your order?
It's not bad.
Choice. So I have 2 classic burgers, medium well with cheddar cheese, 1 large fry.
Cadence is a little off with it. Cadence is a little off with it, but it's not bad. It's not bad. But that one could pass. Like if you went to a drive-thru and heard that, you might believe it's a real person. Let's go down to Perseus. This one I think is the country one.
No problem, ma'am. I'll find it for you. The reservation is listed under the phone number 934-823-5911. No problem, ma'am. I'll find it for you. The reservation is listed under the phone number 934-823-5911.
I think that one's the best male voice so far. Definitely a little bit off with the cadence, but I think pretty good overall. Let's go down to Angus.
Today. So we do have 73 different toppings. Are you sure you want all of them? So we've got 1 large pizza with all the fixings, double. That's going to come to $117.15.
So that is an Irish male voice. That one's probably the best of the lot so far. I mean, obviously, like the Irish accent is definitely there, but cadence-wise, I think it sounds pretty good. So I'd say if we had to pick one right now, Angus is the play. Let's go down and finish up. I know we still have 1 UK and 2 more US. Let's continue on with Orpheus. The beginning.
No problem. Looking at the books here, we are a bit busy.
We're just going to stop that one right there. That one's terrible. That one is stereotypical robotic voice. Skip that one. Let's go down the next one here.
Hi, Carly. I'm calling from Ocean Cruise Adventures. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Can I ask you a few quick questions on your experience? Thanks for that. Were there any parts of your experience that were exceptional?
Again, the cadence is a little off, but it at least sounds like a person, unlike the last one. So, like, It's not bad. Let's go down to Zeus and finish this thing up here, looking through all their voices.
For sure, we are a local real estate agency. We're looking to see if you are either interested in selling your home or purchasing.
That one sounds like the auto-generated voice that the TikTok videos are using. I've seen those pop up as advertisements on YouTube all the time. Not great. Not great. So what we're going to do is we're just going to switch the voice out. So we're going to use the one Angus here, the Irish voice. I think it was the best one. Let's put that into the code and just see how that generates for our code. So I'm going to copy the aura-angus.in for English. We're going to copy that. We're going to toss it in here for our model. So you can see how easy it is to actually change your model out. If you had like some sort of integration, you could do a drop-down menu that actually inputted that in there. So this is going to generate the same thing that we had. So, hello, how can I help you today? But with an Irish accent using the Angus voice. Let's listen to it. So file saved successfully. Go ahead and download that file real quick. There we go. Open with QuickTime Player. Perfect. All right, here we go. Let's listen to it.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Much, much, much better. Like, they should have started off with that one as opposed to the Phileas voice, because it can actually say today. It can actually say today, and I think it actually sounds like a real person. Like, if I heard that, I would definitely believe I'm talking to a real human being. So, with all that being said, we had a little bit of fun here, and with Deepgram and Aura, definitely some fun at their expense. But they did have created a cool tool here that you can use to go back and forth with customers, which I think is really cool. I think that's the future of this like speech to text software, or I'm sorry, text to speech software. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. So I'd love to see what you are building out with it. I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial here to get started with it in Python. But if you build out anything cool with it, feel free to link it out. I'd love to see it. But that's it for our video for today. Make sure you leave a like or subscribe if you like this AI content or just data content in general. There'll be more general data content as we move forward. But I'll see you on the next one.